All right, as the opposition continues to target the government over its handling of the incident that took place on Friday in Odisha that has left more than 290 people dead, this is what the government has had to say in response. This is what government sources are telling CNN News 18. We're going to read out for you the few points, then we'll speak to a reporter for more. Now, the first thing they're saying is that what they're focusing on right now is having the railways minister focus on a full-time effort. They're framing this as previous opposition leaders had photo ops. We right now want our ministers to remain on the ground solving this. The other thing the government is trying to say is that, look, we've had a number of different officials from different agencies coordinate in their efforts. So you've got the railways, the MHA, the NDRF, all working together. And we are being fully transparent on the ground. This is the argument that is coming forward from the government. Specifically, they've said, we've shared full details of the incident and we've been transparent about sharing casualty figures. This is the argument that's coming forward. Remember, this is obviously as opposition members continue to A, question how the incident could have taken place. B, they've asked why the Govt system, that was a system built to prevent incidents like this, why it had not been implemented already across railway systems across the entire country. That's question number 2. Question number 3 is, of course, that a lot of focus is being given to a decline in funds. There's also the lack of off-track maintenance that's been going on of trains. Both of these aspects have been given much focus over the last few days as opposition leaders continue to ask questions. Now, let's go over to my colleague Maria Shakil. She's our political editor. She's going to bring us more context on this response coming forward from the government. Maria, over to you.
Yes, so the sense certainly is that there has been a great degree of swiftness in the overall relief operation which has been carried out. In fact, the relief train and the medical train moved from Bhubaneswar, the closest stations also in Kharagpur and Bhadrak, at a very fast pace. So the point that has been made is, although the Congress has been largely quiet, we have started hearing some other voices in opposition demanding the resignation of the railway minister, in which the government sources are saying that the railways minister has been on ground for the last 30 hours and counting, that he's overseeing the rescue and relief efforts, that this is not about photo opportunity, but he has been very on ground in terms of work. The Prime Minister, if you remember yesterday, had talked about whole of government approach, that this is about having a holistic approach in which various government machineries, the center and the state work in complete sync, in complete tandem. The NDRF, the SDRF, the railways, the MHA are all working in sync to ensure that all those who have been, injured, they can be provided with some relief so that the casualty numbers do not increase. So the point that has been made, and even today the Prime Minister had a brief chat with the Railways Minister in which he tried to get details of the ongoing restoration work which is currently underway. So the sense certainly was to get an update of what's happening on the ground, even as the hands-on approach continues. But yes, overall, if you look at it, Aisha, we have seen a rather, a very, very coordinated effort with multiple state governments, because this is a tragedy which just doesn't impact one state. Because of the train movement from involving 4 states, we have seen Mamata Banerjee come on board for providing relief. There has been efforts by Odisha Chief Minister, by Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, all of them announcing compensatory packages. And even as that happens, we have ensured that there is no politics that is played over it.
Okay, Maria, thank you for highlighting the situation for us. We're going to move